Hello and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very special presentation of Double Barrel Gaming Presents. That's right, we are here today to cover, of course, the Xbox Partner Preview event. Apparently, there's going to be 16 reveals. I have heard 18, but I certainly could be wrong. Silent Hill has just shown up in the store for Australia. So if you're going to fly out there to New Zealand, see if you can get it early, it is at a discounted price of $50, which it is going to be a day one purchase for me. But I'm not here alone. Infinite Umbra, my brother from another. How the heck are you feeling, sir?
Oh, I'm feeling all right, Boom. How are you today?
Good, not bad. Just got done with a boxing class, so I'm a bit out of sorts, but it's okay. We're gonna be okay.
You was up there beating up some fellows, getting ready for this.
I was up
Xbox
there
Partner
doing,
Preview?
putting this 55-year-old body through its paces, so to speak.
You gotta have you an old trainer out there, like, keep going, you can do it, Boom.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yes, 100%, absolutely. How
Give it
you
to 'em
feeling, man?
rocks.
Welcome back.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I mean, it's no secret that I missed Tuesday, but hey, I'm here
Such
now.
is
That's
life,
what
brother. When you work
matters.
midnights, listen, we're always happy to have you here. And again, forget about this, forget about right now. We got to talk about what's happening tonight because we're going to talk about it at the back end. But tonight's a very special event for you and Daniel J. McGee, as well as your new partner there. It is the 200th episode?
Oh, well, that'll be Keosante's. And
Okay,
everyone will
it's
be
so
200.
K's is the 200.
Mine
Yours
is
is
Ours is
the
like 105 right here.
okay. So you're at 105. All right. So you're celebrating 100 plus episodes. Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's a fair way of putting it. Yep. Like we had got behind because of just life, so we had missed some times where we would go naturally to get to 100, and it threw off plans. So, but it is what it is. We've gotten over 100, so I'm pleased.
Well, listen, like I've said before, I don't think people understand how difficult it actually is to create and garner an audience that watches your stuff, right? Like that is not, you got to understand, folks, none of this is guaranteed. That's why I'm so appreciative of every time that I come in front of the mic. I mean, look, we're 5 minutes in and we got 100, almost 150 people here. Back in the days when we first started, we would be lucky. I'd be, yelling to Mrs. Boom, we got 100 people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like it was exciting because no success is guaranteed on YouTube. So the fact that you guys, Daniel, now Crusader, have 100+ shows underneath your belt shows that not only do you have insane tenacity, but you have a voice and a show that people really enjoy, and that's a really big deal, man. That really is a big deal.
Well, Boom, we got a long way to go to catch up to the likes of yourself and others, but yeah, we're trying. I think
Got to
it's
start somewhere, brother.
Yeah, definitely got to crawl before you walk, as they would say. And I look at it like, testicular fortitude, as our brother Mick Foley would say. You just
Yes, indeed.
gotta have the cojones, as they would say, right? You have to have the
Indeed.
guts to go and chase your dreams.
Yes,
For those in
100%.
the audience listening, I'm just being extra, but yeah, man, it does take a little extra something, man. But I keep saying this, and I know it may seem like I'm kind of stroking the ego, but I tell you every time, like, man, I don't know how you put together all those shows in a row in a week like that. That is tough. So like, I get my one show this week, and I'm like, all right, what are we talking about? Because I don't know what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk about something.
it's funny because, like I've said many times before, for me, this is a joy. What I get to do every week, 5 days a week, sometimes even more, is it's like a blessing. It honestly is. I mean, look, I've always, when I was a police officer, and I know that maybe you got some new viewers here that didn't realize I worked for the NYPD for 21 years. I've been out and retired a decade now, which I cannot believe that I've been out 10 years, but and actually a little bit more than that. But to be able to say I've been retired a decade is crazy. It's just absolutely insane. Um, And I used to be the guy that everyone made fun of, like because you got to remember, when I came on the department back in '94, it was packed with dinosaurs, and these are these, what you saw in like the movies was kind of the thing. Everyone got went to a bar and they hung out, and that was like the culture. And here I am, some 22-year-old punk coming in talking about I need the day off because Aliens versus Predators coming out for the Jaguar. You
Well,
know
listen,
it,
you came in there and there's a bunch of dinosaurs. You had to beat a
dude.
meteor that wipe them out. That's all it was.
They used to be like, what are you gonna go do? Go down to the dock and wait for them to throw it off to like stupid stuff like that. Like that,
That
I had to.
I'm almost imagining some like Gotham level goon like sound.
Yes.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go down there and do this so you can watch a Alien versus Predator.
Yeah,
Get
you know what?
outta here.
It's funny because that's really how it was. So I remember talking about, like, I think it might have been the PlayStation. And they're like, the PlayStation. When did this kid play Atari? That was the line.
What, you gonna go play Tetris?
Oh no, they didn't even know what Tetris was. Are you kidding
start
me?
naming old super old games. When you gonna turn on your ColecoVision?
Yeah, that's what I used to get, but listen, now in the department, I haven't been back in many over a decade, so I don't know how it is now, but you're considered weird if you don't involve yourself in some sort of a pop culture kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, hey, let's just go to a bar and hang out anymore. That's old news. So I made it cool. I endured a lot as a rookie and continued to, listen, as I got closer, I didn't even know what YouTube was. Like, when I got into YouTube, I had just discovered it, like, I think in 2013 or 2014. And I didn't realize, I thought YouTube was for kids. Like, what's on YouTube? What am I going to do? And then again, for me, look, I know a lot of people, and again, I know that we got 21 minutes. We're going to talk video games, folks, but we're just, shooting the breeze here. For me, and I know a lot of people don't like them, and they've kind of put themselves on the shelf where they are. It's not like they were accidentally put there. I'm talking about Crap and Mooch. I started out on Mooch's channel as a guest. I literally reached out to him because I used to listen to them, and I was like, man, I cannot believe that people are on talking about video games. Like, this is crazy. And I actually got super disenchanted with games media back in 2013 when the Xbox One came out. And they, listen, they stepped on their own rakes. They stepped on a lot of them, as a matter of fact. Certain, people in charge, like Donnie D, said some things he probably shouldn't have. You got to remember, this is coming from the Xbox 360, where everything was, unicorns and rainbows all day long. And they had this big shift, and they kind of, stepped on it, so to speak. And Sony stepped in, made a couple of videos, and they just ran with it. They won the generation. Hell, they've been winning every generation afterwards. So I jumped on to their show. I started out with just Breakfast with Boom. Like, that was a Friday morning show. And then, as I continued, I would just be doing the wash or in the gym or at the grocery store, and an idea would pop in for a show in my head. That's how these things came to be. Like, it would be, primetime gaming just happened to be online at the grocery store, and I'm like, that's a really good idea. Maybe I could do that show. And that's how I built the basically a syndication of 5 shows a week. And honestly, I read a lot. Like, I want to say that I am probably good for 30 articles a week, maybe more. I read everything. And I do a lot of writing, and I used to do ridiculous scripts until, of course, King David pulled me off to the side and was like, hey, dude, we love you. We appreciate, your tenacity in writing, but we're not going to school. So I write the school notes for me, and I write the bullet points for everybody else now.
But there's nothing wrong with it, right? Like, you get yourself prepared that way. When I was first starting on mine, I also wrote like the scripts out for how I would answer or ask certain questions. And then I realized, I didn't have to do that with myself and Danny. I think we have a decent chemistry. Even myself with you, like, where I am allowed to to be myself, and that's my
As you
natural
should.
self is, yeah. And you allow for this, so I appreciate that about you. And I can be free to kind of joke around a bit and liven up the mood a bit,
Yep.
and that helps me get into discussions more, because I think life is too short for us to be, so serious, as
Yeah.
Joker would say. We got to lighten up things here. And music, yes, I have sleeping chemistry, isn't I do. I do have that. Yes, my mattress and me go together very well. But yes. Thank you, Lad, my man. LA. How are we supposed to say it? Is it LAD or just Lad? How are we to say this? I've always kind of
You know
wondered.
what's funny? I always should just say LAD. Sometimes I say lad, but,
He's a good lad.
yeah.
Oh, he's a good lad. The luck of the Irish. But yeah, man, it is something to be said about the perseverance and such. I mean, doing what you do, coming even from being a rookie to moving up into the police forces you did into, and YouTube, and yeah, YouTube kind of did have a bit of that feeling that it was for kids, right? And I think it evolved really quickly over time to being this powerhouse that it is now. Like YouTube
Yeah.
is dominant, right? Like, obviously you have the TikToks that's kind of dominated as well lately, but like, yeah, YouTube has become a major thing. Like, I think it's almost a necessity nowadays to have a YouTube account. You know what I mean? Like look at how they now charge us to not see ads that they're forcing on us, right? And I'm paying it. I'm like, why am I paying this? And I and I don't want to see the ads. I'm like, they got me, and it's not cheap. It's
No.
what, $10 a month or whatever, or more. I forget how much it is right now.
Premium is man, like it's listen, I pay it. I pay whatever the premium is, I pay it.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Tune. I try to give you all of that. I try to. He said, "I'm giving you the New York and Irish." Indeed, indeed. You know, but yeah, man. Like, let's talk about a few current events that's coming up. I guess while we wait for this, uh,
Yeah.
because like one of the things, and I just saw it mentioned in the chat here by who had mentioned that. I think it was Mike. Let me scroll up a little bit. Excuse me. Yes, Mike the Unwise. He mentioned that Marvel Cosmic
Oh, dude, that's a
um
big get,
what
bro. That
yeah, the
is
Marvel, what is
a
it? Marvel
big,
Cosmic Alliance?
big get.
What's the name of that? I forgot the name of that. What is it? Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I believe, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's coming to Game Pass day one.
Day one, brother. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna probably buy that on multiple places because I'm a side-scrolling beat 'em up dude.
Oh
And
yeah.
the more the people buy it, the more they'll continue. Like I'm waiting for Capcom to announce a remake of Final Fight. Like they got to be working on it,
I would
right?
love
Like
that.
honestly, but dude,
I would love that, yeah.
this is gonna have, I think it's like 18 characters. It's good. The
Mhm.
roster so far is insane, and that's Game Pass day
Yeah.
and date,
That's
dude.
beautiful. And I would expect them to add to that, by the way. I mean, there's tons of Marvel characters.
Oh yeah,
And they typically do add more characters in their games as DLC drops. So yeah, I'm down for that. You know what I do love about it too is that they took the elements of how we've seen these characters represented in like the Capcom games, and they kind of have them doing the same stances, how they stand. For instance,
yes,
Wolverine, has the claws drawn out and he's hunched, and you got Spider-Man in his stance with the fingers like he's about to shoot the webs, with he's bent, and hunched over himself and in a stance of readiness. I love that. They like literally pilfered that from those games and put it right into this.
yeah. I mean, look, I'm a Marvel stan, folks, as you know. I make no qualms or excuses for it. Like I said, that's why I have such an affiliation for what Insomniac does on PlayStation. I love all three of the Spider-Man. I was gonna say films, but the games of all the three, though, for personal reasons, Miles. the expansion, whatever you want to call it, is my favorite. There's a lot there for me. But I've talked about, hell, I've nearly cried on live on the air talking about it. But that opening scene with Miles is so powerful. And then when he gets home to his mom's house, that's like my abuela's house. It's not one to one, obviously, but it when you're going around getting ready for Christmas Eve, bro, like that hit me in the heartstrings so deep. It's crazy. So I love what they do. I mean, again, you know what? I'm so excited for Wolverine. I think that game is going to be amazing. I would love to see those Spider-Man games come to Xbox. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I know I can play them on my ROG, which I, did not buy them. I'm gonna wait for like a really big
It's
Steam
going to
sale.
happen.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
I think it is. I
It's
actually think it is.
technically going to happen next gen
Mhm.
because
Well,
you'll be able to
ultimately,
play them
yes.
through Steam. So yeah,
I mean, that's the funny thing. Like, no one's really talked about it, but whether or not they actually want to make full on money or they want to just not make any money. I mean, they're gonna make money, but if I buy it from Steam, right?
that's a
They
30%
have
cut.
to give up a percentage.
Yeah,
If Sony were to create their own store and sell to me directly to my Xbox, like they actually ported it, they would get 100% of the profits.
they
Now I
could
don't know if that.
possibly, yeah, they could possibly even, and even if not that, like if it's sold straight to Xbox, like ported over, they could
Yes.
possibly work out a better deal too. And
Oh yeah,
Microsoft seems
100%.
keen to do it. But like, can we speak though, by the way, about the, I don't want to say double standard, but the difference in how the Steam machine has been received
Dude, it's
versus
crazy. It's
versus
crazy. Yeah.
what we know is coming next gen for Xbox and what we have
Yeah.
currently right now.
Please speak on it, sir, because we did make mention of it. We didn't really go into great depth, but it is, you said the word double standards. One is apparently is dead again, and the other one is the savior of all gaming.
I think it just goes to show the biases, how biases work, right? Like I love Steam, don't get me wrong, and Gabe is the man, but it goes to show how biases carry things because
Yes,
with
100%.
the Steam machine, it has such this clout where everybody's like, "Oh my god, this just changed." By the way, I hate those. I hate those YouTube videos. If I ever make a video like that that talks like that, please somebody like insult me in the chat or something. But like things, this will never be the same. It's like, oh, please,
Well, don't
please
take
stop
any
using that
pictures of you like
tagline.
ripping off your shirt and making a really ugly face.
Yeah, that too. And you got to make the face. But even if not that, the tag is always there, right? It's always this has changed gaming forever. It's like, no, this is not that monumental. It's like
It's
relax.
just
And
not that serious.
it's
Yes.
not like just make a normal like post or comment about what you're about to talk about. And this is the thing. I'm all for the hype. Listen, I love the way the Steam machine looks. I love that it has the LED light. I want Microsoft to very much copy that and put that on theirs with the LED light. I wanted it actually for the Series X when we got it, but they didn't have that. But okay. But I love that. And I think this is a cool um middle ground, I suppose, if people want to try to use this as far as their gaming device on a console level as far as that and playing games on Steam, like and instead of having to go get a PC. But people have to know some things. For one, the glaze that it's been getting has ignored a few things. They ignored the talks of how this is going to be competitively priced with PCs. It's not going to be like $500 for this device. I know some people are probably thinking that, and it should be lower, right? Because it's underpowered compared to the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So that's one thing people need to keep in mind. But right, Mr. Matty Umbra face, right? But and not just him, right? You got so many that do
Oh
that.
no, there are quite a few. There are
Yeah.
quite a few. Again, we try not to do the name thing because we don't want. It's not that we don't really. I listen. I'll box it out with anybody. It's not a problem. But there's no need for it. Like I know people talk about me, but I don't have to stoop down to that level. It's just I think
Mhm.
that it's not necessary. We're here to have fun.
And there's
So
no
that's why
shade
we don't
to
really go.
Slomo when
Yeah,
I say it, but Matty does do that, but he's not
he
as
does. Yeah, he does.
goofy
That's why I haven't watched Maddie's
as
stuff in a very
Moonface.
long time. I used to be subscribed, and something I've met him. We've had conversations. I've had dinner with the guy. I just don't like the way his content has gone, and
He's
I don't
changed up a
watch it.
little bit. Yeah, he's
You know,
changed up a little bit.
yeah.
I don't know him enough to say what he's on, but yeah, he has changed a bit. But that said, this thing is not going to be cheap, and I think some people have kind of deluded themselves.
Someone actually, who was it that just did a video on it? Dude,
I'm not sure.
somebody just did a post, and you know what? Let me go into my DMs here and see if I could, if I send it to, I might have sent it to myself, where somebody is reporting that they spoke to somebody within Steam and that this thing is not coming in cheap.
Yeah,
I
because I mean, again, you have to keep in mind of what they've been talking about. I know Linus Tech. I know he spoke on
That's
it
the one.
too.
Yes, it was. That's the one. Yeah, it
I
was
had a feeling maybe
Linus.
that's what you meant. Yeah.
Yes.
And again, like I'll give a shout out to Slomo who mentioned it. And I looked into it after he mentioned it, which was them speaking on, speaking to the developers and then talking about how it's going to be competitively priced with PCs. It's not going to be cheap. And Slomo did the work actually where he actually priced the pieces, or like I think on a PC part picker or whatever, and he opted to pick the lowest options as far as pieces and that you could put inside the device, and it still came up to about just under 800. So that thing is likely going to be 800. And unless they subsidize it, right, which they could.
But I don't see,
You know,
that's the thing with Steam. That's the thing. See, it's funny, folks. We're obviously we have 7 minutes, so we're just gonna talk it out. But it's that's the thing. I don't think Steam is going to be the same as an Xbox or a PlayStation or even Nintendo, where they're going to take losses up front. I just, they're too big. And they're not about that. You for PCs, if you're a PC gamer, and obviously you are, Umber, you understand you pay for what you get, right? I mean, you might get something on sale, but it's very rare. I think that this thing is, and I said this to a couple of people in certain, a couple of DMs, but I think that the 512 comes in at potentially $700, $800, and the big boy, the 2 terabyte, could be $1,000.
if that thing is at 1,000, it's not like Danny was talking about this the last time. He's like, how much did the Steam Deck itself sell at all those years now? And I think it's only just hit 6. He's like, I don't expect this thing to sell numbers like that. And I agree with him. I think at 2 terabyte, like you said, they could have that be the 800 one, right? And the 512 gigabyte that could end up being maybe that might be a hit for 600. If they can do that, okay, that one might sell a little bit. I think though, I don't know if it'll be modular for them, like much like the PlayStation 5, where you can add a card or whatever, your own SD, so memory. So maybe if they allow for that, cool, right? The next Xbox is supposed to be modular that way. So I'm looking forward to that. But this is my thing. This is what I'm saying. Like, you see these responses, and it's like, oh my god, like this just changed gaming. And it's like, so you all just ignored, like, and maybe people need to see the proof first. Maybe that's the problem, because we talk about with Xbox, we've been talking about what they are planning to give us next gen for a while now.
We have a
And I
preview
think
of
some
it. See,
people
that's the
kind of
thing
written it
that's
off.
crazy to me. Like, we literally have a preview. If sure, it's going to be different. They're going to make, in the next year or two, listen, but let's just say this, Umbra. We're 2 years officially, or potentially officially, from when Xbox launches their next console, because their own console is coming in 27. They're probably going to launch it in November. But we have right now a preview of it in the Xbox Ally X and Ally, right? That's what it's going to look, I mean, and act like. It's going to be, of course, streamlined as we get closer, but this brand new thought and theory that people are having is, I think it's a lot of hogwash, brother. That's just
Yeah.
my take.
Yeah, but like that's my thing. I look at it like this: we're likely getting the next Xbox by 2027, possibly, right? Especially if they want to get a year-end jump ahead of Sony's. Now we've seen the CFO for Sony come out saying that they're like in the middle of their gen. Apparently, I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but that could mean that they won't expect the next PlayStation or the PlayStation 6 until 29, maybe 30. So I want to see how that plays out. But if Microsoft can get in early with you know, a decently spec'd next gen device, which the rumors is supposed to be comparable to a 5080. I don't know how true that is, but hey, listen, that's more powerful than my PC. So
Yeah.
you best believe I would get it. And I would get it just off the strength of them giving a powerful device that I can actually just plug and play and take me with me and plug up somewhere or whatever, right? Just off the strength of that, and that I still have the console gamer in my heart where I've always had all these consoles growing up. So it's just something it's hard to shake. But if they give me something reasonably powerful enough, then I can see why. Like, yeah, I'll get that. If it's underpowered compared to what I have, then why would I waste my money? So I
Well,
would,
that makes sense, of course.
yeah. So I feel like if you got this themed machine coming out and it's under spec already compared to what we have now, I don't see why anyone will waste their money on that instead of just waiting for next gen. That's how I look at it. But I also
I
look at
mean,
it and laugh because they're like, "Oh, the Steam machine is a console, but the Xbox that's a PC. The next one, it's like okay, so y'all just you all just picking and choosing when you want to apply that. I see. But anyway, I found it kind of funny that the
again,
the
it's the double
favoritism you'll
standards.
hear.
It's the Xbox hatred. It's the Xbox
The
that
Xbox
just never.
tax.
Yeah,
Were you about to say?
I was gonna say that. I kind of
Mayhaps.
pulled back a little bit. I'm like,
I saw
well,
it. I heard you.
it's the truth. You know, it's just you know what? Let's just call it what it is. It's Xbox tax, ladies and
Let's just be
gentlemen. God
real.
damn it! It is.
People don't want to acknowledge it. It's like the elephant in the room, right? But I think it's the truth. And again, when we speak of tax, it's not like somebody's got some secret cabal and we're going to be made.
Yeah, yes, and
It's
I've
just
actually
bias.
heard that. I've heard like, what do you think? All of the IGNs and GameSpots are meeting? No, they're not meeting in the graveyard in the bottom basement, of a cabal.
Right.
Come on, folks.
It's
That's
just
just ridiculous.
it's literally just bias, and
Yes, that's
bias
all it is.
plays out in all sorts of ways. And I feel it's odd when I see people kind of like act like they're above bias. Nobody is above bias. No
No,
one.
nobody is. No.
So I think that's what it is. And again, Steam has such a great reputation. That's why it's getting such favorable looks. I would happen to say I'm not a fan. If we speak on the device itself, I'm not a big fan of the controller.
Me
I,
either. Yeah,
the
totally.
little
But you can use other
trackpad.
controllers. It's fine.
It's very clearly inspired by the magnum opus, no pun intended, off the next gen APU Magnus, but the magnum opus with Xbox, their controllers pattern. Basically, you see it on every every platform. You see some type of styling of an Xbox controller that influenced their style. From Nintendo to that to even to Sony's, they've changed the design of their controller to kind of mimic the ergonomics of the Xbox controller.
Hey, listen, that's the best controller in gaming. Listen, shout out to JJ Sane 117 for the very generous $2 super chat. Before we go live, 28 seconds. He says, "Hi, Boom. Hope you are having a good day." Yes, I'm having a great day, brother. I hope you are having a good one as well. But 22 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, let me know if in the chat if this is the sound is too loud or too low, and of course, I can adjust it on the fly here. So I'm just gonna boost it up just a pinch. So let me know if you, yeah, it's not even at 50%. So let me know if it's loud enough for you on your end so you can hear everything. Yeah, here we go. Let's do this.
World premiere. That's beautiful. All Xbox Play Anywhere.
That's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
7 years ago, the veil tore open, and the worthy were
Devil May
claimed.
Cry.
We were left behind.
Pretty certain it's Devil May Cry 5.
In our desperation, we called to you, warrior, to stand against the darkness.
Yo, this is dope.
It looks like Devil May Cry 5 to me. I'm surprised it's not. What is this?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Equipped with our best, you will forge a path through Paris, long decayed. Together, we must reach the sunless gate. When we die, we will leave this place. But you return again and again.
Yo, this looks dope.
What are you? Really? And why have you come?
Got a Destiny,
Is this our salvation?
Doom kind of. Oh my god, yes.
Armistice.
Wow, yes, please.
Get a deeper look into the world and high-impact action of Armistice, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Yo.
I was going to make a joke and say what Cthulhu or something, and it is literally Omen to Cthulhu.
There you go.
Mound.
That has millions of stories. Hey, Dave the Diver.
Yeah, with his Xbox ally.
Oh, that's freaking cool, man.
Every day on the small town gossip. Oh, Charlie hit the big town, damn, that's awesome. We knew him as a kid when he was growing up. He's a big dog now, knew him as a pup.
This man facing off against prehistoric dinosaurs and such. Oh, I'm liking the way this looks already.
I like it. I'm always a big fan of hand drawn 2D.
Very Hollow Knight coated. Very much Hollow Knight coated for sure. Yeah, we tap down on top of those bags of whatever that is to float in the air. Hollow Knight coated.
Yeah.
This looks nice. This is right up my alley right here.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. The weapons are really wild. Crowsworn.
Crowsworn.
Nice.
To the world of Crowsworn.
When I was called in to contain the breach,
Sign me up.
I didn't think much of it.
Well, was that the DeLorean?
It sure looked like it.
Right?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Ouch. Oh, it's an RPG, huh? Burn it. What's this, the blob? Oh, no, the thing.
Once forces beyond
Yeah.
our reality trapped me. It was a one-way ticket to a whole new world.
It looks like Gremlin. Gizmo.
The question isn't, what can I do to survive? But what can I do to find my way home?
I didn't know there was an Echo Generation 1.
Nice.
Good start.
So far, Crowsworn has me in the headlock. There you go, boom. Vampire Survivors. This is the evolution of that. Let's see.
Dude, I hope so.
Next-gen graphics, an endless open world, compelling storytelling.
Yes, garlic.
Nope. We're milking this bunch of pixels like
Is it
there's
new?
no tomorrow. Come again to feel the magic of the average Italian countryside in a game that will change your perspective. A new adventure begins. Explore maps, level up powers, kill monsters, find treasures. Either take your time and be tactical, or play as fast as you humanly can. The outcome is always accurate.
Oh, this is
Use
crazy.
wilds to break the combo system and summon survivors to trigger cascades of effects. Get overpowered and plow through enemies, or carefully customize your abilities to control the unhinged chaos of vampire crawlers, the turbo wild card from Vampire Survivors. Coming as soon as we think it's ready.
Cut, and we're done. Great work, everyone. We managed to go on for over a minute without ever saying neither card nor deck building. Nobody would think we're just
Dude.
another roguelike deck builder. We're
Game
in
of the
clear.
show.
Check
Game
out our
of the
interview
show,
with
ladies
developer
and gentlemen.
Punkle to understand their
Vampire
bold approach
Crawlers.
to the follow-up to Vampire Survivors, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
I see you, Sea Lord. He's like, what the?
A 00 agent needs the fastest, most dynamic, and of course most striking car when they're on duty.
Yeah,
Hybrid
Aston Martin.
twin-turbo V8, over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Lightweight carbon fiber chassis, and a few modifications you won't find in the brochure. Meet the Aston Martin Valhalla. But this one is only for 00 agents, James. If you want to drive it, you'll have to earn the number.
Yeah, I already got
Bond.
that pre-ordered.
James Bond.
007 First Light will be honoring a long line of iconic Bond
Who's your
vehicles.
favorite? Who's your favorite
Find out
James
more
Bond? Boom.
exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Man, I'm an old man, so I'm gonna say Roger Moore. I love
Okay.
Roger Moore.
Roger
man.
Moore's
We've been
alright.
undercover at this human gas station for 1 month now.
and no humans have found out yet.
I probably
My
go
job is
Pierce
to get
Brosnan.
everything ready and in
Pierce
place
is a
for
good
the
one too,
invasion.
man. That's a really good pick.
To help with that, we've got Schroep here, our lead scientist, once featured in a very popular magazine on Probalia Tita 12.
Our state-of-the-art technology allows us to blend in and gather all the data we need. Of course, it's
I can
important
hardly
to keep this
tell.
place up
Look
to
at these.
human standards.
Hello, fellow humans.
Otherwise, the scary ones show up. We need your help. Everyone is being called to Earth to prepare for the invasion. The mission depends on you.
Why they dressed up like some Nigerians who just got to America?
Oh my goodness.
You got the shorts and the shirt tucked into it. Why are you running?
I've been alone in this place. Isolated and rotting away. It has been suffocating.
Atari, huh?
I've lingered here far longer than I ever meant to. Retracing old steps and replaying every moment. Wondering where it all fell apart.
Oh, this looks creepy.
But why? What's the point?
Yeah, my brother
You
Neo
can
meant to
rewrite
play
what's
this.
already happened. My path brought me here to this corpse of a home. These fading memories. They're all I have left. You fought so hard not to drown. And yet here you are, dragging yourself deeper.
Hey, Boom, can you turn it up slightly?
What happened?
It feels familiar, doesn't
I was saying, can you turn the volume up slightly?
it? You loved this place once.
Well, I'm out. There's nasty spiders in it. No, thank you.
Yeah, my brother, same thing.
Every moment you dwell here will lead you closer to inevitability.
Yeah, I don't have time for these creepy crawlers.
Would you take it?
I'm not trying to play Australia. I don't have time for that. Yeah. Keep those creepy crawlers away from me.
That's the giant face. Holy total chaos. Oh yes, sign me up, please.
Total chaos.
Oh,
wow.
Yes.
Today.
Oh, I'm playing that. That's an automatic buy for me.
We know from experience what it means to be away from those we love most of all.
A cooperative horror gang.
To you living in new surroundings, we send a message of true sympathy.
The animal, I think this is.
And to think of all the new sights you must be seeing.
Oh, I've seen this, I believe.
And the adventures you must be having. So it is not difficult for us to picture the sort of life you are all leading. I know you won't forget us. Good night, and good luck to you all.
The animal.
No.
Isn't this out already on
The
Steam
demo's
or
out.
whatever?
Yeah, the demo's out.
I could have sworn I saw people playing this already. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
This story begins the same way so many do in this world. With blood. When a man loses everything that matters, ain't nothing that can keep him from setting things right. Not even death. But it's gonna take more than iron to save the one he loves. Because the one thing a bullet can't stop is time.
All I'm looking for reason you can love me again. And how am I supposed to move on when you make me stop before I start? Way up now, I'm gonna find my way.
Oh, I was going to say, this looks pretty chaotic right here.
Well, this is definitely weird, but cool.
For real.
Failure ain't free. Every death cost a decade.
Holy.
He has to find
Red
her.
Dead Redemption
Before it's
3.
too late.
Daddy, what
Pixel
cute.
version.
So,
I'm gonna find my way.
Erosion?
Erosion.
Vampires. Listen, right now, Vampire Crawlers. I'm so excited for that. I couldn't wait to see what Monica was doing next. Total Chaos looks good. Which of course you said no to.
Reanimal looks excellent. That I will play.
Does.
Hey, little bunny.
What?
Still alive? Because if you bite the dust, your right is mine. Just a heads up.
Hey, Ray, you got the spark?
Ran into a few bumps.
Captain Bucky O'Hare.
I got it.
Throwback. Not too many people might
Yeah,
know
fuck
that.
your hair. That is a throwback.
But Ray, stone that came so easy. Aren't you worried it'll bring trouble?
Relax. I'm counting on trouble.
I'm loving the way this looks already. Man doing crouching tiger, hidden dragon fights right here.
This belongs to me now. Finish him.
Yo, this is dope, dude.
Oh, you sign me up. This looks nice.
Hell yeah, dude! Well, the graphics are crazy good. I thought it might be just a cutscene.
I like the creativity around it. Look at this.
Oh yes, this is a definite day one for me. Wow, this looks dope. You know, General Spartan says it looks like a sequel to Fist. Fist was also really awesome.
I also thought it was kind of like Fist for a second.
Walked right in himself, huh? Boss, the treasure's yours now. Good work. As for the bunny, have the boys clean him up, fur and all. Then spice him up for tonight's snack.
You must have personal beef with that elk or deer, whatever that is. That thing always got the staff ready to bust him upside his head.
Yep.
Oh man, I like the way all of this looks. Is that a rhino? Squirrel?
Miss me?
Oh my god, this looks so awesome.
Looks dope.
Day freaking one.
Thanero says bunny may cry.
Zoopunk. Yes, sir.
Somebody made
there.
a joke, I think, that said was it Zoo something like that Disney movie. And it turned out to be Hamilton close. Oh, this is what'd you call it? Yeah, Balatro, what, a sequel or?
Instead of cards, you're playing a gambling machine and slots. That's hilarious.
Clover Pit.
That is odd.
Looks like this one has a bit of a narrative to it.
Surgery
Roguelite, slot machines, hell. Delve deep into the bizarre but fascinating journey that awaits you in Clover Pit, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Listen up. I don't usually ask for help.
Eminem?
But this isn't just another target. It's the crazy part of me. I gave him life, and now he wants mine. I've tried to bury him, but this motherfucker just keeps coming back.
I found that no one is untouchable.
Oh, so Eminem brought his back up. A higher gun can't erase me. Choke me with a wire, aim a gun at me. I come back louder and stronger. So what's it gonna be, killer? Are you ready to dance with the devil? Or are you too deaf to hear the beat?
Mom spaghetti.
This is it. Let's end this motherfucker.
I'm surprised they let him curse like that on this show.
That's crazy.
Well,
Oh my God, what a
Eminem
collaboration.
targets his alter ego in the new elusive target mission for Hitman.
Will the
Learn
real
more
Slim Shady
exclusively
please
on
stand
Xbox
up?
Wire.
Holy moly.
Here we go.
We thought all
I am
his
super
knights
hyped
were
for this.
dead. Yet Lamorak sends one more.
Tides of Annihilation.
I almost admire him.
Tyranno, but you're one of the White King's sorceresses.
Mael
You
speaks for her, right?
destroyed the White
The
Nuts.
lady who speaks for Mael, she voices her.
I think so.
Salvation.
You're insane.
Yeah, that's her. I can
You
hear her
know
voice.
not of what you speak. Accept your defeat.
She's their universe Sephiroth. Look at her. Oh, you best believe I'm going to be playing the hell out of this.
She's created another folded realm. I can't reach her.
We cannot cross two folds first, but this spear God. Take the spear.
Yeah, Jennifer English. Thank you
Yep,
all.
this looks dope. This Game Pass day and date too, right?
She's human again.
I don't know if it's coming to Game Pass, but maybe we'll hear. Maybe if they say yes here, that's already a major W. If they say that.
You do have the capacity to surprise them.
See, they're trying to have the Dante and Virgil battle right here.
Change. Rectify. Even with your new ally, we end this here.
Enemy of my enemy, I lend you my strength.
We fight as one.
Yep. A1 for me.
Tyranno of the Line. You will not escape justice. Justice. There is only the king's will.
Go to hell!
She's the one who's red lightning bolts like she's Zeus.
Yeah, man.
Foolish night and your foolish flame. Faced with the agony of truth, you choose the comfort of lies. Loyalty without inquiry is in itself a betrayal. Your loyalty has condemned this man.
The spirit bomb.
Yeah, that's a big bomb, all right. Yep, I'm in. Tides of Annihilation coming to everything.
Yes, sir.
Get more insights straight from Eclipse Glow Games on the story, setting, and gameplay behind that high-flying, unedited boss fight, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Captured in the best engine in gaming. I see.
Would that be Unreal Engine 5, sir?
Indeed. Indubitably.
Can't really tell what this is.
Yeah, very interesting looking.
Is it a survival game? Is it a RTS? Oh, I like the protagonist. Raji. Oh, that looks dope. It kind of gives me the feeling, again, we don't really know, but you know, the game with the rats.
Find out what details lurk behind the gorgeous and evocative world of Raji Kali Yuga, the follow-up to Raji, an ancient epic, exclusively on
shout out
Xbox
to
Wire.
Snotness. He said the bangers, art direction and music. Yeah, absolutely. Plague's Tale. Thanks, Will. Yeah, Plague's Tale. Yes, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting from it. Oh wow, look at here's coming to Game Pass. All of those. That's dope, dude. Whoa.
Crowsworth, or Crowsworn, should I say, is coming to it. It's a W.
Oh man, I should have taken a quick picture of that. Crapola. Okay, I got to get a picture of that. That's a lot of games. All right, so that is gonna do it for this. Let me just pause the screen and cut off that music. Umbra, let's have a conversation. So you know what? Let me just bring up some gameplay. I think I actually have some Black Ops 7 ready to go. Let me go into the stop sharing the screen. Put us up on there for a hot second. Let me get into this. So, Umber, what'd you think, brother? I think that was a dynamite freaking showcase. There wasn't anything I was like, ho hum, I don't like it. Like even some of the pixel art stuff looked really cool.
Oh yeah, a lot of it looked really interesting. The ones that got my attention the most would be Armistice, Echo Generation 2, and Crowsworn. Obviously, Tides of Annihilation. I don't have to go too deep into that. And 007. Those are like day ones, especially Tides of Annihilation. But yeah, Crowsworn is probably my takeaway of like, wow, that looks, didn't expect that, and it looks really, really good. And those are all coming to, or these games are coming to Game Pass. So Crowsworn is coming to it, Erosion, Roadside Research, Clover Pit, Total Chaos, the one that you were actually, the creepy one, is out today.
Oh, dope.
Vampire
sir.
Crawlers, so you can be addicted for free or at least no extra charge. Echo Generation 2, Raji, Kali Yuga, and Armistice all coming to Game Pass Ultimate.
That's a lot of W's. Let me just say that. That is a lot of W's.
For sure.
So
only
real
way
quick,
it could have been better if Tides of Annihilation was in it. That would have been it for me, but yeah.
Okay, so that one's not coming to Game Pass. Listen, that's a day one buy for me for sure. Aris_EMS says, aside from the slots game, pretty solid show. 7 out of 10. I mean, that's a fair score. I give it a little bit higher. You know what? I'm sitting on an 8. It could go up to 8.5 because there was a lot of stuff I actually really liked that I will be playing. That Game Pass list is crazy good. And a lot of the games, even if they weren't in Game Pass, I was buying. But yeah, so I'm kind of resting on it like an 8.5 like right now. I think it was a solid show, to be honest with you. I'm very happy with it. Again, 32 minutes from start to finish because it did start at 1. It ended at 1:32. So yeah, 32 minutes. Lots of and I really think that the conversation here, of course, it's all about the games, ladies and gentlemen, and you should be excited for the games. Now, maybe not every game there is for you, like Eris was saying. Like the slots one looks weird. Like I don't like the game. I don't gamble at all. I don't drink. I'm very boring like that. Would I play that game? We'll have to see because it has something to do with hell. If you lose, you go to hell. I'm confused of exactly what it is. I did see the Joker from Belatro, so maybe it's from that same team. It would make sense. But 007 was I know that Iman Burns says 3 out of 10. 007 was the only thing I was interested in. Listen, that your score is your score. For me, the 3 is way too low. There's a lot of stuff I really enjoyed there. So like I said, I'm sitting at 8.85. I have to rewatch it again. I want to rewatch it in HD. I'll probably rewatch it tonight. Maybe we'll even kind of make mention of it tomorrow on Breakfast with Boom. But yeah, I mean, listen, thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll go another couple of minutes to kind of get everyone's thoughts and ladies and gentlemen, throw your scores into the chat so we can read them aloud. But Umbra, again, thanks so much for hanging out, brother. We super appreciate it. And we have Trip Hammer says 8 out of 10. Let's see. Sea Lord gives it a 8 out of 10. Let me see. Let me go down to the chat here. Chris Kale Walker, 8 out of 10. General Spartan, 9 out of 10. Yeah, I'm kind of moving towards that. I really enjoyed it. We have here C. Thomas gives it an 8. Bell, or I guess B Lou, in the chat, 5 out of 10. Listen, that's fair. King Webb, what's going on, brother? Great to talk to you here, but we talk every day pretty much in DMs. 5 out of 10, strong. Shine Films has great pacing with really cool looking games. Yeah, Umbra, the one thing I kind of just want to, kind of put out in the forefront before we get on out of here is the fact that these games are play anywhere. I don't think people understand how big of a deal Play Anywhere is, because what it really does, Umbra, is it really, I think, solidifies the future of what Xbox is going to be able to do. Like, remember, there are a couple of years out from their own hardware. I still think they're going to have some partnered hardware next year, but the fact that you're going to be able to take a game, purchase that game wherever you purchase it, and be able to play that game on whatever device you currently have in front of you, I don't think it's getting enough flowers. What are your thoughts on that?
Boom, were you passing off to me? I was listening and then started reading something. So for me, I think I lean toward the 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Okay, that's fair.
I look at Tides of Annihilation. Now, we already knew about that, but I'm still hyped for that. And we did see new gameplay that we didn't see before. Crow Sworn, and it's also coming to Game Pass Ultimate. That's a major W for me. Zoo Punk, that looks phenomenal.
That looks really good.
Really damn good. I would say those are the top 3 for me of the show. Zoo Punk, Crow Sworn, and Tides of Annihilation. From what we saw,
I have to agree with you on that. Honestly, again, I'm a vampire stan, so I have to throw in there Vampire Crawlers. That looks insane. And again, it's not, because honestly, when he fooled us, because I've been saying for a while, as much as I was just playing Vampire Survivors. I mean, it's one of my favorite games in the past decade. I was hoping that we would get a more modern version of it. And I actually, when he did that, I'm like, oh my God, they're doing it. It's like that. It's like that GIF. Oh my God, it's happening, right? And then he goes back to it being pixel art. I mean, listen, I'm going to play the hell out of that game. I'm going to enjoy it. But the 3 that you picked, I have to agree with you. I think those are the top picks for sure.
Yeah. For me, sold on it. Quick, succinct, to the point. They didn't delay and holding off on, I think they're getting much better.
No talking heads here, just games, dude. Just games.
Yeah, just straight to the point, right? Just showing you games, no delay of anything. It was wrapped up in pretty well, good time, such, and how they presented it. I think they're getting better with that, and this is just more of that. Again, if they would have managed to get like Tides into Game Pass, I would have been like, oh, this show was a 9 out of 10. But yeah, I think for what they showed, I'm like a 7.5 or something like that for me, I would say. I think it was really good. Pretty good show. Nothing for like outstanding, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, well, listen, again, it's a show that we didn't realize that we were getting. It's just another show that they can add to their repertoire, if you will, of what they've done in 2025. Play Anywhere is a big part of the conversation, and more importantly, a significant amount of the game shown in Xbox Game Pass day and date, which is, again, just W's all around, in my opinion. But look, ladies and gentlemen, let me catch up on a couple super chats we got here, and then we'll get everyone on out of here. You can enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I got some stuff I got to do. Will the Broke Boy Insider drops a very generous $5 super chat. And he says, from makers of Little Nightmares who didn't want to make Little Nightmares, so they leave and make a new game that looks just like Little Nightmares. I mean, listen, Little Nightmares.
It's kind of like it's like the developers who did what's the name of that game? They broke away from Metro to make
yes.
What's the name of that?
The one that's they had to flee from Russia.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Stalker 2.
Yeah, Stalker 2. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, but I was going to say, that being said, too, that Reanimal does look pretty good too. By the way, I will play that if I can get a co-op partner to play through with me, and sharing the terror with me. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's what it's all about. Now, I wonder if there's going to be a single player mode, or there's going to be it's only got to be cards. It's going to be interesting. That does look dope, also, but does look like Will's right. It does look like Little Nightmares, like almost identical. I mean, you could be like, oh, is this Little Nightmares 4? Right? Like, it is what it is.
Very much.
Judah Roars in the chat drops a very generous $2 super chat. And Judah goes on to say, many games were old versions of existing games. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of games that had a familiar look to them for sure. I really enjoyed what they showed. Again, it's just one of those things where it's a showcase. And I am going to say that's pretty interesting thing. If you notice that everything that was shown had a Steam, Switch, and PlayStation logo if it was launching on those platforms. So Xbox is apparently done trying to hide titles behind a curtain. And I actually think that's ultimately what that does is it opens up these shows not only for Xbox fans, but they open up to PlayStation fans, Steam fans, and Switch fans, so anyone can tune in and find out if a game is going to be launching on their favorite platform. I actually think that's pretty brilliant. A couple of years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, what is the deal with this Xbox? But we all know the route that they're going. But look, Umbra, thank you so much for joining, brother. Let's talk about what you got going on tonight. That's the important part. Obviously, folks, he's celebrating they're in the 100 plus episodes celebration that they're going to be doing. And, I'm going to be popping by. I'm going to try and get in and out because I could probably hang out about half an hour. So I'll jump in, give my spiel and get everyone out of here, and jump to hang out with Mrs. Boom. But this is a big deal, folks. Umbra is a stout member of the Twitter community as well as the content creation community. He's done a lot of great work, not only on this program, but on his own YouTube channel, where he continues to, garner new subs and just kind of push the envelope on merging everything that we enjoy, like a bunch of nerds, right? Obviously, he talks not just about video games, but pop culture. So he involves wrestling and statues and anime. And I think you should tune in, but definitely tune in tonight. Sell the brand, brother. Where can people check out what's happening tonight and what exactly is going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tonight, I guess you could consider this it's less of a celebration of our 100 and plus, and more of a celebration of great content creators and such like yourself, Boom, and Paris and Rand and Dirt and Kay Asante and Everborn. So all of those gentlemen will be jumping in tonight, folks. And I'm trying to keep it to like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Nothing crazy, just something short, maybe an hour and a half. The guys can come in for like 30 minutes or so, talk, shoot the breeze, some questions get thrown out there, some intrusive ones like, what's your dirtiest secret? I might throw a little fastball your way, throw you for a loop. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's just going to be a fun discussion. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I don't think we had a ton of different gaming things to talk about. So I consider this like a little evergreen kind of conversation, just for us to kind of get to know these gentlemen more. You know what I mean? So, and myself as well. Yeah, and I would open the table obviously for you guys to ask questions of us as well. But yeah, it's going to just be a fun little discussion, nothing too crazy or anything like that. But I would love for you guys to come by and check us out tonight. That'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight, and again, probably just for like an hour and a half, something nothing too long or anything like that, but it should be a fun discussion. The link is in the chat, by the way, for those who may not have subscribed yet. Please feel free to do so. I would appreciate it. And if y'all can come by, I'll definitely post a thumbnail and everything for that soonish for tonight's show. And yeah, you all can see it on my social media, Infinite Umbra or Umbra Infinite. You'll find me either way. So come by.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here today. And of course, a big thank you to everyone that tuned in to check out today's live stream where we watched, basically a watch party of the Xbox partner event, the partner preview. I think they delivered. That's just my take on it. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And of course, a big thank you to all of the super chats that came in today, as well as the gifted subs and channel chats that continue to come in to have a conversation with this awesome community. And of course, I'm going to close out the show with something that's incredibly important to me, folks. Hopefully one day it'll be important to you. And that's something that my dad taught us when we were kids. And he would say, Craig, treat others how you want to be treated. And also, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. You live by those rules, son. I can guarantee you're going to have an awesome day. So take care, everyone. And we'll see you the next time on the new episode of Double Barrel Gaming Presents.